Am I ready to go live? No, not yet. Well, it was good for a day. Good day. What is a day? What do I do? TikTok, area, space, occupation. You have entered into this realm, this channel, social media. What is the credibility of this channel? Therefore, what is my credibility? Let this channel be judged, therefore I must be judged. Well, all depends whether or not I'm telling a straight story. Why am I telling the story? Why do I sit here day after day for 21 years? Again and again and again and again. It's called today and tomorrow and yesterday. I'm talking to myself, but I'm sharing my thoughts. Maybe there's some participation. Do I ever go out? It has nothing to do. I'm sharing these thoughts, what I had while I was out. But when I got back, those are the thoughts. Are there new thoughts of the day? I don't know. Maybe. Put up another shelf. I don't know what it is with shelves, but I'm really looking for organization, right? Really looking for organization. So I have some catching up to do. I have like 36 mails to look at. So let me look at the mail. Okay, and let me see what I have to go over here before I begin. I have, wow, I've got 99 messages from one person. Aipa, taipa, laipa. Okay, so if somebody can tell me and remember, why are we all here, or whoever's here who might come to be? However, you can contact me on whatever I repeat. I like to say somehow we are the RAM, or maybe we are what is what is number 27, B and G, right? B and G gigabytes 27. Here is B and G. So I don't know what physicist is. I don't know what string theory is, but I do know that if you're bowling, a string is 3 in a row. But when it is 3 in a row for the string, see, when it's 3 in a row for the string and it's bowling, right? See, this is what I do. I run the algorithms, right? Everything that I've ever seen on this planet that I believe you saw is what I do. I don't think there's anything or much that I do that somebody hasn't seen before. I don't think there's very much that I look at that hasn't been looked at before. Red, white, and blue, green, yellow, orange, black. Where is it on Rubik's Cube? The properties of Monopoly, the colors on the back of the horse, the pool balls, the color in darts on the roulette table, the black and red that exists in the deck of cards, to the 13 cards, letting off with what 10 is 55 in the spirit of 76. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals 13, and 42 equaling to 55. What is 55? 7 and 7, 8 and 6. The movement of 9 and 5, E and I, in the temperature. What is E is I, they fit together. Look at the deck of cards, you'll see the 5 slips into the 9 card. Be irrelevant to that fact, 5 and 4 is the feminine. And you can see that between 3 of the 4 suits, there are 3 of the 4 suits in the deck of cards that tell an identical story. But there is one suit that tells a different story than all the other suits in the deck of cards. It is the red suit. It is the diamond suit. Why? Not for me to decide, but if you would ask, this is all simple. This is not hocus pocus. This is just the basics of all basics, to learn the basics. Is it fair? Is it not fair? It's this one here. Can you tell me, here you would say, okay, the only 2 cards that are identical in a reality of their own is the 10 and the 4. Communication. 5, 5, 2, 2. 5, 5, 2, 2. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. 4 and 4 is 8. 5 by 5, 25. 5 and 5 is 10. 10 and 25 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 10, 4. We're going to do the bowling thing. That when we come here is the 8 card. Has 1, 2, 3 in one direction and 5 in another. This one is going to show you 5 and 5, and here you don't know. That's why it's the diamond. The 4, 2 and 2. The 4 is in every card from 4th over to 20th, sorry, over to 10th. So what is the story going on in the card? So I read to you the story of the reality of, I don't know what I want to call it. I study the numbers themselves, their association. Do you know what happens if I take number 1 and split it in half? What will I get if I take number 1 and split it in half? Will I get 5 and 5, 6 and 4, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, 9 and 1? Or will I get A, B, C, D, and then all the connections from the house below and the house above? 4 areas here, A, B, C, D, and 4 areas here, A, B, C, D. But it's been replaced by the 9 over here, but it's still 4 and 4 areas. This is a script on how to explain A, B, C, D, or AB, or what is AB3, and BC, what is 5, and all it is 5, as AD14, after the D, death, right? And the D letter is a Roman numeral. It means 500. So what are they actually telling you? 1000 XXX is a crossover of M. 10, 10, 10 is what is XXX. The 24th letter reverse, what is alpha beta? 1 between 2 equals to 3 reverse alphabet, the 24th letter X, or the 24-hour day, passing through the 7th gate. In the game, they show you this, and they pay you out this. This comes from the game of craps. This is what is 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, equaling to 6 and 8. I'm all over the place. Let me do this 2-second call so I can do this slower. What do? I study the alphabet, the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that equals to 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equals to 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equals to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 equals to 10. That's it. But when you start from one dot, or, okay, or do you start from an area space encompassment, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. And the only time you can start an area space is to create the X, put down your compass here, and to go all the way around. At that point, now you have your area space to the center of the 9 connected. Yeah, so just let me make this phone call, be back, and I'll explain it again. I want to go through some of my mail. Let me have a glass of water. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. Okay, let me re-show you that, all right? Let me re-show you that. And I also didn't explain bowling, right? Just gonna get out of here for 1 second. I have to share this live first. Yeah, I did a little bit of more. These keys never go here, these keys. They go over there. I did a little bit more today. I put up an upper shelf. I keep hitting these, and every time I hit them, they all fall to the ground. So I put them up there, and that shelf can't get in my way. Now the wall is clean. Here's those towers, right? Now I'm calling back. Yeah, this light is not a very good light. It's in my way, which equals to I have to move this away. I don't know if it was a good thing to put it here. Hold on a second. I redid my bench, eh? I redid my bench. I solidified my bench. Oh. So if I did this over here, I'd see the light, right? So one of the things I want to say, and remember, I have to talk to myself, right? So when I'm talking to others, if it seems like there's nobody listening, oh, don't you worry, okay? I'm listening. I have to know if I made any mistakes. I'm doing this for myself, don't forget, right? But not only for myself. That's why I'm out here. I could make a mistake. I can be doing something somebody sees totally wrong and they want to tell me something and I don't mind looking. But they have to tell me exactly what it is because what I'm doing is a really, really, really basic science like fish upon my wish, you know? That's all it is. That's all it is. Right? And what is that up there? Every time you get an eye, right, you know what that is? That was the first thing they ever taught me in art class. It says draw a straight line and bubble it on this side and bubble it on that side. And that's how I got that design. Before I even knew what the circle was, right? Before I ever knew that like this jelly bean, what it was, that it was the outline. So I must take that as the outline in the creation of my reality and knowing if it can exist somewhere else. Understanding what a crossover in an eye is. When you're working with, let me show you, when you're working, well, hold on a second. When you're working with the area space, I should do the bowling thing again. Let's say you're working with this, right? If I want to go straight down, like there's only one way straight down, it's this way and it's this way. That's it. That's it. And when this happens, your heart zone is F. This is Sagittarius over here, and this one over here is Aries, right? On both ends. Aries, Sagittarius, if you're looking at the calculator, right? And the other one over here is 3 and 7. So you have the letter C. You also have Gemini inside the mutables. And over here, you have Libra, right? Starts with an L, right? Just like Leo, just like Rabbi Fine says, that's the 12 for the soul. Well, land, animal, and man brought on the soul, and the soul is the feminine 12. 1 and 2 is not the same as 1 and 3. The area space between 1 and 3 is a whole area space. They almost get to touch, but there's a fine line that separates it at 2. What is 2 stretching out to 1? What is 2 stretching out from the fine area that if you had to pick the 2, although the number 2 is over here, although on the cube they choose 2 to be the association of 2 area spaces. In this, right, if I delete this, right, we can just draw this again. And what we would get is if I just use the corners right now and put just dots everywhere, right, it would look like only a 4 area space. But by creating the areas on the inside, we create another area space. And now we can create the alter tic-tac-toe upon this. So you can see upon where there was no space is now space. In all actuality, if you want to look at it, one of them's going to look like that. One of them is going to be this. This one over here, right, is going to end up doing this. The encompassment of this, which was once 1x1 area, okay, and this is a 2x2 area. Here's now a 3x3 area. Wow. Okay, and here, when I encompass it, right, like this, what happens? You also have to do the bottoms and the tops. Okay, and this becomes a 4x4. You have a 1x1, a 2x2, a 3x3, a 4x4. This one becomes a 5x5. This one becomes a 6x6. It has to stop. According to the cube, nothing passes the 6x6 sides of a cube, whether it's 4x4 or whether it's a 3x3. A 3x3 face equals 9. A 4x4 space is 16. 16 and 9. 7 and 9 coming together. That's that numeric reality. That's what it is. This is what I do. So I study this, and through this, I associate. If it is 2, is it just Venus? Is it a fixed sign? Is it 22 now becoming 4? 4 is a cardinal sign. Is it 6, Virgo? Or is it 6 and 6, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, or is the 12 Pisces? Did you know that, like, we're going to do the bowling thing, right? But what is 33? What is 22? What is 44? And what is 11? Besides being A, B, C, D, right? The movement in the vertical is 33 as we go from 1 to 4 to 7, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. And when we rotate 1, 4, 7, right? What's next? Okay, whoop, should I be doing it that way? No, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do 1, 4, 7. No, I don't want to do it that way either. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. Now what this is A, B, C, D in positions. This one is the E position. Now when you get to 13, right, you come back to the first position based on the 12 zodiac. Now let's do this again. Right? After that, it's 16, 19, 22, 16, 25, and we come back again. Look at that. Now we're going to go 28, 30, 31, 34. Right? Let me see if I got it right. 28, 31, 34, and 37. And at 37, we come back again. But check this out. We had one over here. We had one over here is when we started. The next time it happened at 13. But at 13, it's a 1 and 3, 4, or a 3, 4. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. When we came up to 25, that was a 7. It's also a 1. Call it the silver gate, the heart of earth. The next time we reached it over here, it's 31. It's actually air in jail. Go to jail, directly to jail. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3. 1 between 2 equals to 3, so therefore you cannot begin until you get to 37. And that is the completion of 1 reconnecting to 1. Aries coming back to Aries within the circle. If you want, I can show you and explain it a little bit easier. And it's this 1, whoop. 1, 13, 25, 37. When you connect these two, it's 38. And when you connect these two, it's 38. In the spirit of 76, connecting everything together by the master numbers of 1122. Total of 33. This cube. If you ask me why, I'm going to explain it to you in a minute. I go really quick. If something caught your eye, stop me, ask me. I can't just say everything I can conceive to put together, which my reality is it something that others know? And what is the purpose for this reality? What is the purpose now? I can tell you. I'm learning about the numbers themselves. Since they put every letter in the alphabet in a certain position, I want to understand that position itself before I understand the letters. I want to understand the position, the number, the area, space, the coordinates in which we live with, the 360 degrees, the perfect 45-degree Fox angle. I call it the Fox angle, Fox 45. Why Fox 45? 3 times 2 is 6F. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6, although the 15th letter is O. X is 24. 24th letter, 2 and 4 is 6, equals to 6. 24, 15, the ox, which is Aleph, okay, plus the 6 equals to 45. It says Fox 45 equals to what is 9 by 5. That is the energy, the E before the I before the E, except after the C. And when do we get to the C? Between A and E is C, okay, transmitting itself between B and D, from C over to B, and then from C over to D is like what is E over to D and what is A over to B. Although A is what is known as what is the gold, what is first, what is in the center of what is the silver and the bronze. So there's other things to look at, and also for location on these cubes, and it is in the heart split position in a deck of cards, and we have to look at games as well. Where is the 37th place in Monopoly? Is it the golden ring or the gem? Yes, Monopoly tells a story because it's a storybook telling a story about itself, learning the numbers in the alphabet. 1, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37 is on chance, 36 is the short line. 36 is short line. So the 360 from go. The thing is, if you remove all the corners, all the properties are go. There are no corners. If you fold the board in, there are no corners. And if you fold the board in, you remove 88 off the board. If you fold the board in, you create, if I can understand, what is an 11 by 11 if you fold the board in. Is it the ace wall that you fold in and the 88 constellations are gone? Is it an additive? Is it the center that has been encompassed to the holy, what should not have been there, or should it have? Well, I wasn't going to show this background. All right. I don't know why they made that round. I didn't ask them to. So I asked them to do something else, right? I told him to split that into 3 dimensions, but I did tell him to split the house, right? You know why? Because when you go to home plate for a baseball, the batter's on this side of the box or the other side of the box. It's got to mean something, right? So that's not what I was looking for. You see, that was my original design. It's how it contorts inside the third moon, right? These 2 moons work together. The tetrahedron, 720. It takes 10 sticks to make the basic tetrahedron. Where I moved you around. Yes, I did. I put you up somewhere. The tetrahedron, wow, it's pretty big. You don't just lose it. You don't just lose it, eh? Wow. You don't just lose it, eh? Could I hold it up? Oh my God. I know what I can do. Hold on a second. So I have this one. See? I have this one. Right? This one. This one here is not the one. Okay? Whoop. Where is the woo? Well, you know what? Sometimes, 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 so this is a science that I've been working on for 22 years. When do you give up? What does it mean to learn? What does it mean to know something you believe has some kind of meaning, to you at least? What is the interest? Why? It has been spoken to me. Why hasn't it gone further? Perhaps the science is not perfected. Do I think it should come out into a game? This should absolutely be a game. This should be explained in a game. And then the zodiac will connect to it. And knowing the zodiac, it's connected to the elements. And it does not matter which zodiac, it's still connected to these numbers. Every single one of them. And it doesn't matter which zodiac, 1 and 9. In fact, 1 goes with 3, 6, and 9. 4, okay? 4 goes with 3, 6, and 9. 5 goes with 2, 5, and 8. 3 goes with 1, 4, and 7. 6 goes with 1, 4, and 7. 1 goes with 3, 6, and 9. 4 goes with 3, 6, and 9. 5 goes with 2, 5, and 8. When you divide anything by 7, the answer is 142,857, or any denomination of that after the decimal. The location of those numbers are 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. The highest number is 8. The lowest number is 1, creating 9, 9, and 9. Only thing you're missing is the phallus, number 63 on one side, the 54 on the other side, but the 4 disappears, right? And the female's part disappears when the 1 disappears. The 1 goes to our lunar moon, but the phallus appears, and the phallus appears, right, when you only single out, right, this moon over here, the Mars moon. But what happens to the 1 moon? The 1 moon goes inside the 2, creating the 3. But in this scenario, you have the 2, 9, 8, 3, 6, 5. You have the 6, 3 phallus to the missing 5, 4. Vajiji, 63, 54, 117. Here's your 117. Why is it 117? Here's your 6 and 1, 7, or your 3 and 4, 7, or what is your 5 and 2, 7. Big deal. What is your crisscross calculation of 19376482, all of your tens, or 1234, any of your tens? That also, big deal. What it is, the number of area spaces is equivalent on this calculator, not starting at 0, but starting within the game. 0, 9 within the game brings on 1 and 8. Outside would be the 9 starting at 2 and 9. Your 0, 9 does not create 10, but what is 10 area spaces, creating with and what in 1 and 9. But going over to the second half, when you're talking 9 lives of the cat, it's 4 areas and 4 areas passing through 1. The cat has to go through the water. The rat threw the cat off the ox, and the rat became the first Chinese zodiac sign. Coming up next was the ox. The rat is 39, the ox is 39. The lower house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. The upper house is 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Right? 10 and 30 times 3 is 3 and 9. Same thing. What's next? Since the cat got thrown off, I don't know about you, tigers are cats. Tiger was next, right? Tiger's number 59. That's the electric cat. 5 is the electric that goes within the 9. Don't bring the cat to the water. CAT cat. DOG dog. 26, 24, 50. Or what is 24, 2 and 4, 6? And what is 26, 2 and 6, 8? 6 and 8 dividing the gate brought together by the cat into the 2 houses. Let's call him the dog house. But the one to the right they call Jack. Why? Because it's a hook. They call it the hook house. And to the left, well, it's a dog leg. You know why I call it there? Because when you play golf, it's a game like baseball, the first 9 and the last 9. In baseball, it's the offense and the defense broken up twice between each team. Irrelevant to that right now. Did you know baseball was 27-27 with 27 outs for each team in the game? 9 innings of 327, where the 7th inning stretch is just like bringing the zodiac of Virgo into Libra at 6.5, divides the board 13 right there in the center sign, the 7 inning stretch. So maybe the Angels are coming to town. The Angels are number 39, which is 1/3, just like the first 2 zodiac signs, rat, like in Rasta, right? You got the rat, first part of Rasta. You think about the R is not alone. Why is the R not alone? The R and S, they lock together. The first half of numbers is 18, and the second half of numbers is 18. Where's the S? Because when we count up and count down, so the S goes to the crossover. When you realign the alphabet from the 260 to the 360, you move the alphabet 5 spaces from A1 to what is F1, and you end at Z, okay, 31, Z31, Z13, whichever way you want to go with it. And the 13 ends up, okay, with the 26th letter. So think about this. If the 26th letter goes into the 31st position, right, and you multiply 31 times 2, you got 62, 2 and 6, 6 and 2. Or if it was 13, you would have 26 just like the letter. So not much of a switch. What do you think? Yeah, okay, I was just trying to see something. The ace letter forces itself into 3, 6, and 9. So the reason for choosing these numbers associated with the 6, and where is the 7, 8, and 9, or the 12, 11, 10? When you go backwards, just start at them, just say them. 12, 11, 10, or you can say 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't count anything from this side. If the circles show the circles overlap, then understand they overlap. So here's the tetrahedron. Then we're going to take a few-minute break, right? Here's the innovated tetrahedron, right? In the first tetrahedron, there's 3, right? Every one of these balls, okay, every one of these balls has a crossing of 4 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 16 directions. After that, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, equaling to 19, and then the center one to connect. The other thing about this is when this was taken apart, there's actually what is 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4 of these is 20, and connecting here at 21 for the tetrahedron. When you add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when you add this up, it equals to 21. When you multiply these numbers, it equals to 720. The tetrahedron is 720, which is telling me it's 360 times 2 to equal it. What I did, and it took, what is 3 diagonal sticks. What are the letters going with them? What angles are they on? I rather not talk because I use the angle of 120 because it's 3. I know it's on ice. Things are frozen. You're smacking around a puck, but it's not just a puck. It's the law. It's the control of 432. The puck is known to be what is oil. It's frozen on ice just like memory is frozen on ice, and they keep it frozen. And they keep the puck cold. And you're passing around with the stick. The stick and the puck is the Queen and Mars. Here is P16, U21, 37, C3, 40, K11 equals 51. Wow. If you want to go with Queen or stick, ST39, I9, 48, CK14, 62. On ice in the middle of the game at the 30-minute mark of 60. But we can't just look at a game of hockey like this. Remember, they gave us dimensions to understand the game. The first period, the second period, the third period. 40 minutes have already been played at the certain mark of the third period, of the certain mark of the first period, of the amount of time that hasn't been played. Who scored? They got a goal, the assist, and another assist. The 3-star selection. How many stars were within the 3-star selection? Was it a star of 3? What was that star? Rasta in the star. A through R is 171. It shows me the silver gates with the radius. When you have the radius here, right, they use that for R. I think this one they use for 9, right? So that letter R, you split the house with A for Ra, like in Rasta, and usually the pole is the ST, right? Up at the pole is the ST because it's for first, and it's split again, saying Rasta within the word. The R18, right, here, right? The R18, the I split of the house, okay? The area here going up here, right? The plateau is where they get the gold, right? This is where you get the gold when you're up here. Here and here is where the silver and the bronze fit in over here. So that's 39. That's the value of that. Where was I going? Yes, you ran the plateau over here. The answer is 171. You have to run through this gate. 1 through 7 is 28, telling me the ace is connecting the poles of the tetrahedron. We have to connect to the silver gate through the moons over here. 171 is when you add 1 through 18. And when you add it, or when you multiply it, you get 324 earth vibration. Not only that, 25,920 divided by 432 equals to 60. It matches to 60, just like on the clock. $60, hold on. 60 times, what is it, 324? No, something was wrong. What did I, let me do this again. 25,920 divided by 324 equals. Okay, this one is better. Okay, this one is just as good. 80 is just as good. 4 sections of 20. The quarter houses. Okay, why are the quarter houses? Hold on a second. What was the other calculation? 25,920 divided by, just give me a second. What was the other number? 4? No. Was it 6? 6 each side of the cube. Here it is. Your 432 standing between two fire sayings. Here is your A at the top. According to bowling, your 3 is over here. According to bowling, your 3 is here, right? And then according to bowling, your 5 pin is here. But in reality, it's supposed to be, hold on. We're supposed to see it this way. And then it would be set up like that way. But regardless, it's still in the 5th position is the 1 dot. It looks like the 1 and 3 have been split apart. Why? That's in the house of bait. It's going to connect the upper area to the lower area by the virtue of the center area, and where Aries will partake. So in this design, it was made three sticks diagonal, 3 around, and 4 sticks out, 10. When I added the bottom on, all I added on, okay, the same 4 sticks, 4 poles. I added on 4 poles and only 3 sticks, 7 and 10, J and G. J and G represent the entire house, 7 and 10. The reason they represent the entire house is they are the skeleton of the balance of its creation through the association of these dots and dashes and numbers. One of the base of what that is if I went backwards from 9, I would have 9, 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4. The J7 and the connect of 1, 9 tells me I can connect the 2, 8, an earth, water, and the 4, 6, earth and water, and the 7, 3, the air signs. It tells me my 1, 6, 4, 3, 5, 2 connects in my cube, and if it did it below, it should do it above. 7 minus 6 is 1A, 4 minus 3 is 1A, 8 minus 5 is 3C, 2 minus 5 is 3C, 9 minus 4 is 5E, 6 minus 1 is 5E. And when you write it out, you get this. And what did you do? Your 9 and your 1 fit over here. Oh, your 9 and your 1 fit over here, right? Your 8 and your 2 fit over here. Here, it was your 7, and your I just want to see if I did this right. Let me see if I did that right. 9 minus 4 is 5e. 8 minus 5 is 3c. 2 plus 3 is 5e. Yeah, okay. I just mixed myself up. It's 4. I can't even see these colors. It's 4, 3, 5, 2, 1, 6. The reverse is 9, 4, 8, 5, 7, 6. And here's going to go 1, 3, 5. So this is what happens with the numbers. How's everybody doing? This is 7 and 10. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. 8 and 1 to the center, 9. It explains the tennis connection. Like there's 4 and 4 is 8. There's 2 connecting to the center to create 1. There are 3 individual spaces. There are 3 out here, there are 3 here, and there are 3 here connected. That's 9. 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom is 11, and 3 around, 14. This entire cube matches 14, whether it means anything or not, I don't know. Pretty design. This one's a little different. So let me stand up. Oh my God. Oh me, my. Whoa. You guys give me a minute. Just give me 1 minute. I can explain all that. So if you take a look, all these are 7 equaling to 21, and all these are 13s equaling to 39. Right? 21. You know, you can sort of make 21 like this. No, this would look like, no, I don't think that was it. I think it was this one. Whoop. Okay, forget about that. Just give me a minute. You know, it may be time for a song and a 5-minute break for my voice, right? Or if you want to go to a picture show. Was I going to do this? We can do this after, right? I want to read some of my notes of what people sent to me. I'm not sure if these things are supposed to be private or not. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, who knows? I just got a million. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to have to look at this. This person's got 58,000 followers. I was going to look at it anyways. I don't leave anything out. Somebody wants to talk to me, even if you're wasting my time, you've taught me something new. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. So I'm a little bit like one of the dogs. So I guess I was taking that 2-minute break. I wish I had something. I wish I had. What do I have to wish for? I have to just do it. You know what I'm saying? I love when coffee gets cold in glass. It tastes like chocolate milk. And I stopped drinking. I was drinking all that stuff, oat milk and all this. And I said to myself, refined. Is it refined? Is it this? Is it that? What do you trust today? And I said, you know what? If I think wholeheartedly I like the cow, I'll drink cow's milk. Oh my God, the poor cow. Oh my God, the poor this. Does anybody know what it is? You know, the cow jumped over the moon, don't forget, right? Was it jumper cables? First of all, we got a couple of cows meeting. Cow jumped over the moon to two goats, electrical hook. 41, 49, 7 by 7, 49, 4 and 9, 13. Remember, if you only multiply, you get the multiply and you get the connection between over here. Look, one's an elbow sign, right? The other's free. Is this the fire hookup? Over here, one at the top, and over here on this side, a mutable, and then down by the corners? Or does it reach the shoulder? Does it reach my feet? Where is, those numbers? Or does it miss me at all? No, this is too far back, so let me try this again. That is it. We have two goats, right? And there's is that the 42 angle? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 8 and 6. Here is that 7. 6 over to 1 over to 6. It's the cow 4 with the goat 2. And the cow 4 with the goat 2. That's a total of 12. We got to have some hookups here. And remember, when you unhook and hook and unhook and hook, we need the extra hooks and the extra unhooks. Cow and goat. We have an ox. We have a goat. We don't have a cow. We have to also look at the animals or can I say remnants? Is that a good thing? Of all the zodiacs together. High, low, and below. See what is the same. And then take every word as the zodiac and you do it not only in English, okay? Wherever you can do it with this alphabet, right? Take all the letters and put them on a scale where all the letters are. And you'll notice that I is not in Mercury and not in Venus and not in Earth and not in Mars and not in Jupiter and not in Saturn and not in Uranus and not in Neptune and not in Pluto. In fact, there is no I in the zodiac sign. Help me out. Earth, no. Pluto, no. Oh, found one. Exactly where it should be in Jupiter. Is that the only one? So what about Mercury or the letter E? Like in Mercury and Venus and Earth. There is none in Mars. There's no E in Mars. But then we have Jupiter. We have Saturn. There's no E. Mars and Saturn. It's a connection. It's an Earth water. We need that connection. It shows us right here. We need this over here is Mars, and this will be Saturn. This is a cardinal. This is the 4. The 4s and the 3s come together. Now, I'm just trying to see. I just lost my place. Wow, what was I doing? Wow, so I got to remind myself what I was doing. I got distracted. Just one slide off the path. I'm not sitting. So we had Mars, and we connected to Saturn, right? And they both don't have the letter E. And then after that, you have Uranus, and that doesn't have the letter E. And then after that, oh, you got Neptune. So you got the eighth planet, the first planet, the second planet, the third planet, the eighth planet, and then you got Pluto. And Pluto doesn't have it. One, two, three, four. Okay, whoop, we have Jupiter. So, whoop, no, that goes here. Let me hold on. And I have a grid for one of these. I just don't have it on me. I'm looking for someone. I don't know. I'm looking just for myself one day to shape up a little bit so I can show a screen so you can see it so it looks a little professional and not like a guy who's been doing something for 22 years and I still look like, hey, ma, look, I cut it out. Cut that out. Ma, I did cut it out. I took it all out. Okay, we'll bring back Jackie Gleason. That's what I'm like. You'll see. One day I'll get in I'll get Ma. I'm coming home from school. I'll get in. I'm getting it. I'm getting it in order. Right, Ma? Right, Ma? You know. I try real hard. Seems like you don't there because it seems like it's always upside down. Well, I must be like Charlie Brown. You know that I just must be like Charlie Brown, CB, the communication network of my own self, okay, is only towards what I believe needs to be done. Keep the house clean, go to sleep, take care of the nourishment, and then do this work and share. But if the income is low, oh my God, oh yes, I got to get a job. I want to turn this into my job, right? I don't need much, just the apartment. That's all. Anybody want to put this on their portfolio? All right. Anybody want to put this on their portfolio? Right? Anybody ever thought if roulette ever said anything? The game of roulette says that we have a junction, okay, between the numbers 16, 4 by 4, and 3 by 7. 4 by 4 and 3 by 7 is 16, and 21 equals to 37. We have conjunction that happens right here. There's 6 areas. There's 15, 6, and 15. And you can see the 3 ones showing they are identical. You can see the X is identical to the X, and the Y is identical to the Y. Now tell me that is not freaking amazing. All over the world it exists right now. That design. Now you might ask yourself, why so amazing? This guy's a lunatic. Luna for the moon. My head's up in the sky, my head's up in the moon. Remind me, why 36? These cubes over here, there are 26 of them, okay? There are 26 of them and one area space in Rubik's Cube. There are 12 to the corner. There are 8 to the edge. There are 6 in the center. And it's not because it's 6 times 2 or 4 by 3 or 4 by 2 or 2 by 3 in any way that it connects, but that does too. But the total is 26 and then the one connect. But that one connect is a 1-6 connect. That's a 1-6 connect. So then I'm going to explain to you that 6 times 6 equals the 36. And I have 6 cubes. with 6 sides, with 1 as a low and 6 as a high. Remind me to talk about this. I need 5 minutes, or at least a couple of minutes. Right? Just give me 2 minutes. I'm going to try and talk. If somebody wants to come up and talk with me, or but I need to keep it strictly onto. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep into the numbers, or it doesn't have to be the numbers. If you want to go into some kind of Bible thing, I don't want to go too deep. I know where the limitations are of what's on or off subject. Usually, everything else wakes me up. So it depends what my mood is sometimes for the relevancy, and who am I to judge would be the big question. But I'm looking for something that I can't find. So I'm walking around in circles, absolutely not knowing whatever it is. Oh, yes, it was a little tablet. I put it somewhere. The question is where? Oh, I got to clean the cat poop. Did I put it in here? Wow, this is really funny. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't know. Before we take that, I don't know, something's happening. Oh my God. See that? That's the letter I. That's the letter I. And then the towers for brains, and they put that one tower in between. Yeah, so I just want to make a toast. I want to make a toast. Who do we make this toast to? See that? Look at that. That's number, you see that? Check that out, eh? Where is it? Oh, yeah, here it is. So we can check that out, right? Check that out. And we can even do this. Check this out, right? What do we do? Should we do this? You are the kitty cat. You're not like any rat. So so the tiger, the cat fell into the water, CAT cat 24, and out came the tiger. What is 59? That's the difference. So what's the difference between 24 and 59? 5 and 9 is 14. 9 times 5 is 45. Feminine, you also have a passageway. 2, 5, and 8 connect to 9, 11. The reason for that, oh man, I got to explain it. Wow, I lost my head when I walk around and, wow. The reason for that is 4 and 5 is 9. But that wasn't the thing. I don't even know where I was. I was putting in toast, not thinking. So just give me a minute. Not happy about that. Just give me a second to think. So you can see that, right? And then what we do is, we come around, and we do it again. What happened? And we create here, and we got 2 hearts, right? And in between, we have that area space, and we have that. And this is that diamond. This is where the diamond card comes in. I could have had the diamond 8. Is that not right? Now the question is there a dot in the middle of these? And can we connect these together? Is the question. So instead of that, right, I just look at this. This here will cross over here. This here will cross over here. This will do this. This will do this. This will do this. This will do this. So now this will do this, and this will do this. So I will change the whole entire thing, and I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 9. So now I have a whole set of numbers, and it's telling me, right? It's telling me where it belongs in the 88 constellations. And if you take a look, right, you can see where it belongs in the constellations. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, 7 in the pi hole. Each group itself and corner that you see, every single area space, you can count it for 4 or 9, or just the area space number itself. Also, you can count it as 5 as the average. Another thing is you can connect the 1, 9, 10 to 3, 7 to 4, 6 to 2, 8. The 1, 9 in Saturn square was changed over to 9 pulled into the 2 position. Although it's in the 2 area position, when you encompass this again, the 9 will be in the 2 position. So you can spin this and then move this back. I didn't want to do that, but, right. So now in this position, you can see here from this side, you're going to go here. What was outside the area space, you connect the 4, 7. Then you're going to go from outside the area space and connect your 6, and your 2 will come into your heart. Then you're going to go ahead, okay, and you're going to do the lower house, perhaps, right? So where you get your 7s, you now do your 13s. Your 13 here, your 13 here, and then your 13 here, and now you have what is the hexa? I think it was the one that I made, the tetrahedron twice. You have your 911 when you take a look at it, but your 911 is going to show you a lot more lines. I don't want to do it. So this is the way I'm assuming they're crisscrossing our zodiacs. You know, in order to explain it, I have to look at the art. You know, the numbers. Does it say more? Is it real? Is it a story? What story is it telling us? What you witnessed on the floor, I'm going to show you and explain to you where it comes from. It's all over the world. You can find it right now. Look up orphan roulette. After this, look up the table, the pattern on the table. Look at the numbers. Follow the dark and follow the red. Follow and look. Design it. Use quadro paper, understand area space, the occupation and unoccupied. If it's occupied with something, it's going to get another number. This is the 3rd time I asked myself what I was looking for. I'm not sure if I even know if I remember where it is. I love it. It's cold out. I don't know, something about the last 60 days of winter. How's everybody doing on the last 60 days of winter? Wait. You want something? Hold on. Okay, it's not there. I'm eating, you're not. Okay. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. Mm. Okay, okay. I gave her a little haircut today. Man, I love bread. Gotta make sure you don't eat too much. Okay, now I'm taking 3 more minutes, and then I'll be ready. Couple of more minutes. Please bear. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 more minute. Okay, where are we? Okay, so let me show you what this is. All right, turn this around. Oh, why is it doing that? Okay, so what I wanted to show you about 36. How's everybody doing? I haven't looked at any of the messages. Let me look at that now. How you doing, Cynthia? Remnants is leftovers. Yes, our alphabet's a remnant, right? It's all put together, leftovers. It's the end of the week. You put your food together. That's a remnant, right? So it's a Rembrandt, right? It's something that new from everything else. Every single week, it's a Rembrandt because you keep putting leftovers of something you made different the week after. So yeah, so Jupiter, when you do the word, remove the T and the J, 1020, right? So the Q and the G have to come out of that too. The reason for that, they're dark letters. They're also that T is at the seventh gate. J in the A family is moved into the, I think, the third position. Yeah, in the third position. So J becomes the C, right? And that's why I always see the association of the air sign starting at JC. Jupiter 99 now becomes 69 and 30. So in rotation of the breath of 33, creating 66 and 99, or what is 3 times 3, right? And 3 plus 3 equals to 66, 69 in rotation. Yes, so the royal numbers. So what are those royal numbers? Because royal itself, purple, is 88. Royal, or the alchemy of Yo, the R letter is the ground going across, right? It's the 18, it's the half, it's 1 through 18 equals to 171, the silver gate, right? The OR says gold in French, but it's what is 5 times 3 and 6 times 3, right? So they're together in F in 11. They come together as 5 and 6. 5 goes with 4, 6 goes with 3, 6 goes with the 3 phallus, 5 goes with the 4 vajiji. It becomes the gold 3 by 3, 3 plus 3. It's just like saying gold in all its own. Your bird sign and stone, which one it is, please? Can you tell me, or I have to look a little bit different? Yes, so this thing about 36, right? I'm just looking over the comments right now. If you want to come up and ask direct or look for something that already exists, I only talk about what exists. That's all I talk about, all that exists. I don't make up anything new, okay? Other than to help understand how things exist together, the mathematics. So I'm going to just tell you of how I do that just a little bit. I'm not going to say that I went to the deepest depths and all this, but even if one of those things are true. What I know, what I think you know. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think you know. I think you know that M might be a Roman numeral. You might know. You might not know. You might not know that M is a Roman numeral, or D is a Roman numeral, or C is a Roman numeral. You might know. You might not know that L or X or V or 1 are Roman numerals. That it becomes, I'm going to leave out all the zeros if you don't mind. I left out all the zeros, so maybe you know, maybe you don't know there's a fire sale. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know it's AE, right? Which is 1 and 5, and the 15th letter is what is O. And when you add 1 all the way to 15, it equals to 120. And when you have 15, you have 717 again, pulling at the silver cord. The game of pull is now connected. You have the 13th, the 4th, and the 3rd letter equals to 20. On this side, you have under 100. That's why I did it. I placed it by 3. It should actually be DC coming together is 600. So you have L12 and X24, 1224, same position of the clock. 25 and then 9. So you have 9 and 25, 34, 44, 54, 58, 68, 70. Look at that. The total value of this is 70 and 20, leaving over 261. The alphabet, when adding A through Z, it equals to 351. This is what is 1261. Now take a good look at that 261, right? Did I do that right? 70 and 20, 90, 13 and 4 equals to 17 and 3 equals to 20. L12, X24 is 36, V22, 46, 56, 58, and I9, 67. So I have a mistake. I thought I did something. 922 is 31, 41, 51, 55, 65, 67. So this is 67 over here. Take away this for a second. So it becomes 87. Wow, even better. That's power. 88, 77, right, becomes 75, the power station. When linking 2, reducing to 1 digit, where all the 7s come into reaction, where all the 5s come into action. 7 is outside the realm. Why? 1, 2, 3, and then outside the realm by virtue of 1 plus 2 plus 3. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. With the tetrahedron, we go back. That's why. So it's 3, then 4. It's 1, 2, 3. It's 0, 1, 2. It's 0, 1, 2, 3. What is 0, 1, 2 is 1, 2, 3. What is 0, 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 12, 36, 46, 56, 58, 67. So now we got 87. So that changes this. This at 351, okay, becomes 264. Did I get that right? That'll be 351. Okay, 264 bit, 132, 66, 33. 33, 66, 132, 264. Okay, communication. 67, by the way, is soul. Crossing in the dimensions in the house. There was something I wanted to mention. Yes, I wanted to do the floor. I had to do the floor. I just want to do this. I'm going to do the floor in a second. I only got one thing over here. Is a little TV set. It's really the only white. It's the only white really in the house. That is the 20th letter. That is the 22nd letter. The total is 42. The reverse of what is T is G. The reverse of what is V is E. So you have GE, or what is 5G TV. 42 is the rainbow, the arc-en-ciel that jumps us over. Where is that jump? According to the images, the jump is here. Earth and Mars, they are one. Know it, learn why. Demas and Phobos, how is the association? Through numerics, right? Just like JC, or just like Earth and Mars. JC 51 and 52. Or if you marked it in Roman numeral, it would be V1 or V11. 1 and 2 is 3, 1 coming between 2. Why does Mercury have no moons or Venus or the continuation? What letters are not contained in the zodiac sign? What letters are not contained in the days of the week? What happens when we start the day on March 1st and go over to February 29th? How many days is that? That would be what is 1440 plus 21 days, 1461 to run the cycle. But it'll take 28 years to run the complete cycle, which is 7 times that. Where do I get this? Right now, I'll take a 2-minute break. Go and look at your calculator or your calendar. Go look back and go look forward. Take a look at the month of February. This year starts on a Sunday, ends on a Saturday. Go back 28 years to 1998. Then go back another 28 years to 1970, 1942. I think it's 1906 or something like that. But whatever it is, go back 28 years. You will see that every 28 years, or what is 919, and why 919? From the other side of the equilateral equilibrium of calculations, right? Terrence Howard said something. I wish I can repeat what it is. He had some brilliant statements, but each one of them, he only showed one side. That's pretty easy to show one side. I can show one side too. Why wasn't he sharing with us the rest? Can I repeat this? Where was it? It was with that guy there, Rogan there. Yeah, him. And it went so fast, and I just knew, I didn't know what he was actually talking about, but I did know the numbers. And then I wonder if he's going to talk about the reverse alchemy of that, right? And there was no talk. Why are we not sharing, this, if it has any importance at all, right? If not, it's just a school of how numbers work amongst each other. Is it a science? Well, I can write a book, or at least I can give somebody the instructions on how to. You see, for me, my big thing is I'd like to get this into a game out there that everybody should have the chance to play for the minimum. I'm talking really the minimum. I've been here for 22 years. And if the minimum is, I got about 12 to 15,000 videos. I don't know if they're all uploaded. Many of them are, like at least 12,000. You can look it up on Social Blade on YouTube, perhaps a little bit on Rumble. But when you look me up, you find a pot and a pan. That's all you find. So you can check out my name if you want, my email. Check out the credibility. I don't speak for myself. This is definitely not about me. It's about the shackles that some of us want to know about. Is there more, right? Is there more? And if there is more, how do we see it? So through this, I show you the algorithm of everything that's ever been before me, everything that I've ever noticed, and everything that I will see in what you see, if it's relative to the reality of anything that can be calculated between numbers, geometric shapes, and games. Because by your question, I can know more and you can know more. I will learn for the first time about something you already know. I will just show to you the dynamics of your reality. Even as easy as I can't speak the language. What is the language? Just spell it out. And just by the spelling, we can see where it goes. But guess what? The only little sad thing I find is I'm only here 22 years. And I just recognized only 2.5 to 3 years ago how it's all sinking in. So I'm not complete in understanding the complete alphabet itself. How's everybody doing? Good evening. Apparently it's Friday, Saturday, maybe Thursday. I don't know. By chance, maybe, somehow, somewhere tonight, right? It even might be Monday, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know. So the tiger, which was the cat that was thrown off the back of the ox into the water, came out all striped. The tiger is number 59. 4-1 equals to 5. 4-1-4 equals to 9. 1-4-1 equals to 6. 4-3-2 equals to 9. 1-2-3, as easy as A, B, C, B, C, D, is 6 and 9. As easy as 1 between 2, A and B, or B and A. Abba, baba. What is 3 times 3 to the 9? I. What is 3 plus 3 to the 6? F. If I could and I can and I am here and so are you. So upon the breath that we take, reading the waters inside the depths of that breath, I tell you the story. Geometric shapes, the alphabet, the connections of dots and dashes of everything that has already been created by everybody else. Nothing by myself. I have done nothing. I just show you the association. And together, we can judge whether or not we can take this one step further and maybe seem to believe that perhaps it is the reality that we all live. And if not, it's just a game anyways. And everybody plays a game like it's the end of their life. And thank God they get an extra man. And, hey, look at that. I'm playing the game. I got an extra ball. Well, I got an extra man. How come no one ever gets the extra woman? Like, what's happening over here? I got the extra man, So what is that, man? Is that silver connection? Man equals to 28. You need that 28-year cycle, right, to complete. At 56, you have 2 moons. At 84, right? At 84, okay? Or what is March 23rd, I think it's March 24th, right? That is the completion of the trinical cycle of 84 days of moons. 3 by 28, 4 by 21, 2 times 42, dividing of the 7th gate. Is it Venus connected to who? Scorpio? Or is it Venus connected to Aquarius? Did I say that one right? I'm not sure if I said that one right. I have to look back into my head. How's everybody doing? I'm going to look down at the comments. I'm going to put some a little milk or whatever it is into the little coffee. I'm going to read to you now the thing about why the roulette table of 36 numbers replicates. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show you how it comes together to replicate. You can judge upon your own self its reality. I'm not going to create the complete reality. I'm going to give you a skeleton. I am not the end result. Just creating the game. How can I create a game and get someone to play my game if I keep it in the closet and then try to market it? Well, it's too late. 22 years, I'm out here. You can go check out the game on the building of the game. There's almost 22 years you can see out here, 21 at least. So you have... I just want to see something. I think I'm... Something's frozen on my... Yeah, there's something that's not... Okay, whatever that is, hold on. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, so you can see we connect here. You jump over my head, number 42. You jump from here to here or here to here. The left side is 12, the right side is 18, 1.5 times the difference. The dimensions of the house, sailing the seven seas, seas and seasons and sea salts and saline salts. We run underneath the ground at the bottom here, call it double nickel the beaver, and say it's Ishmael. What's funny is that 4 and 4, Abraham, 3 and 3, Isaac. You want to see Ishmael? Do you know why? Ishmael is 67, like the water, like the soul. The thing is, Ishmael connects the two sides. So because you see, okay, what is 6 and 8 as what is 44, 8, and then the 6, right? 8 and 6 is 14. How does 7 and 6 Ishmael come in at 13? It's because he joins what is 616 to two sides. Underneath, reducing by 1 only needs 1 gate to go both ways. And you're connecting the upper realm with the lower realm. That 3 connects to 7 and 4 connects to 6. This lunar moon divided. So now with this, I want to show you that here are 3 rows. Each row has 3 areas, 3 dots, 3 numbers. There are 12 rows equaling to 36. When you see this X, right, this will be 1 through 9. And guess what? When you see this X, that will be 1 through 9. When you see this Y, right, this will be over here, will be 5. And when you see this number over here, that will be 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. The beginning and the end of this area. This area is 6 numbers. The first 15 numbers ends over here. Then the first 15 numbers ends over here. Then we begin this number 16 through 37, which is where the cube fits in. And then the last numbers. The X and X is they're both 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with a straight line with a straight line. It's a replica up in the bottom. Therefore, the first 18 equate to the second 18, and you start over at 37. 37 is Aries all the same. And then you just continue on the boards. But you can do it this way, or you can connect it this way. 2 different skeletons of that reality. This one's upside down. I don't know if I would draw Y versus Y, because the connection here is an X. You see the way the 3 straight lines connected X with Y? And X and Y is 24 and 25, which equals to 3 and 2. That's communication. At 111. 111, 111, 111. What's 111? 111 is 71 minutes, the silver gates of communication. 222, 2 by 71. Flower of life, you tell me. Over here, when they took the penny off the market, they created separation between the number 7 and the number 8. And then between the number 2 and the number 3, that's where the communication is supposed to go. If you went to binary and reversed it, the uncalculable is what this design is. Instead of going 1, 2, I should be going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I went 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. No, I went 1, 2, 3. Binary is, right? Binary is 1, 2, 4, 8. Now here is supposed to be 16, right? But to a single digit, 1 and 6 is 7. And then over here, what is 16 to 32? 3 and 2 is 5. 7 over to 5. Male and female connect. And then back up to the first position at 32. The reverse is what is 3268953. 3268953. 3268953 is the reverse. And now there's a rotation of that. There's a rotation of that. And the rotation of 3268953. Okay, and not the 3. 5 and 6 is 11, and 8 is 19, and 9 is 28. Okay, that's 33. Okay, so this, I just want to see something. 6, 7, 3, 1, 0, 4. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is 21. Okay, perfect. Do you know why? Because this cube, these cubes have 21 dots on it. There are 6 sides. If every side was complete at 9, it would be 54. Well, your 33, 21 come together. So does this calculation. Everything must match up with 9. And you can see if you divide any of these by 13, okay, you match the number up and down, like 8 and 5 will go together. That will equal to 999,999. But the 9 and 4 reaches across the board for 13. The 10 and 3 reaches across the board, Capricorn over to Gemini. The answer to this one, I think it's, hold on, 076923, 076923, 0730, hold on, 07923, something. Anyways, whatever it is one house, one is the other house. One is the house to the void. It's a good thing I just learned this just now. So in the dot house, it's this one here. And in the void house, it's this one here. I just freaking learned that right now. It means, wow, that's so cool. I never saw that before. Oh, I could have wrote it on the floor. Okay, let me show you. Oh, but I want to get a block. Oh, I keep knocking those dice all over the place. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay. Whoop. Okay, so the 3268955 and the 673, 1, 0, 4. This equals to 33. This equals to 21. Now I got to remember why I was doing this. Hold on a second. Where did I get these numbers from? Oh, right. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. And then we have 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5, 3. Okay, right. And this is the binary. Instead of having what is 1, 2, 4, 8, right? 16, 32, right? And you stop here. See this cube here? It's sitting down on the ground. There's only 5. 5 and 1, 6, you flip it over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is 32, right? Is replacing what is 1. If this is the way you calculate it, but I'd have to look at the double dice and backgammon to further understand what goes with what. Does 1 go with 2 and 4 go at 8? And then 16 goes with 32, that this should be 3 and this should be 12 and this should be 48. And if you do that, 4 and 8 is 12, 1 and 2 is that, and it becomes 3, 3, 3, which is actually 71 by 3 equals to 213, right? You know what that is? That's 3 hours and 33 minutes. That's what it is. So, yeah, that's very cool. So let me look at it again. This is binary. This is binary reverse. So binary reverse. So if I put it in order of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1, it would be 8, 7, 5, 1, 2, 4, 8 to 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 7, 5, 1, 7, 5, 1, 7. AGE ice. Ice Age. Where do I get this from? Well, A is 1, G is 7, E is 5, right? I is 9, the reverse. C is the reverse. We are running our cycles right now at 147. That's what it is. That's what's off of here. I want to take 5 minutes. I just want to take a couple of minutes. Yeah, everything connects. So when I'm showing you this over here, right? This is the roulette table, right? So you can see that the duplication of the first 18 in roulette and the last 18 in roulette just duplicate. So you get 2 Y's, 2 X's, and then 3 that join. So here's what happens. We have 6 cubes, right? So we have 6 cubes of 6 sides. And that's 36 for the 36 numbers. But what it is 18 reverse. So the minimum you get is 1. So it becomes 3 times 1 equals to 3. Why? Because I have 3. The maximum I have is 6. So I'll go 6, 6, 6 equals to 18. Now you want to find this cube. If you take a look and you saw that it was 21 over here, and where's the 33? Here's the 33, right? No. Wow, I don't like to do that. Just give me a second. You know what's funny is that if you create a 5 and a 2, and then you create a 5 and a 1, Earth and Mars, right? It's the money world. Okay, now I want to take off the 333 because I had no use to do it like that. I like that. Right? 22, 33. And this one equals to 21, right? This is 6, this is 3. Okay. The 147 rotation. Okay, the reason for that is this is the way it's assembled. This is the assembly line. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. 364. Maybe for the 364 days a year. I don't know. Maybe for the 13th letter. Everybody knows 13. This side, this here, and this here, bringing all the sides together. Let's call it love. So what we have is we have this. So my count's printing. So here's the 6. So the separation, if you look, is 6 and 1, 7. So on the low, you add 7, and on the high, you minus. This equals to 10. This equals to 11. The thing about this cube, okay, is 3.5 is the heart. You have 3 sides to a cube equals to 105, right? AE, and inside what runs inside of O, right? Here, what is the separation here? 105. Same thing. Same thing matches up over here on the roulette. Same thing. There are 6 cubes. Therefore, 6 times 6 equals 36. 36 sides. Every side is 9, so it's 36 by 9 equals 270 and 54. Equals to what is 324, or what is equivalent to 18 by 18 chai, right? The vibration of Earth into 324 secs. That's what it is, running the corridor, one between two. And this is where this comes in. Now, how does this here and this here come together? This is number 28. 2 and 8 is 10, right? Here is 29. 2 and 9 is 11. 10, 11 here, 10, 11 here. We have a bridge. We have a bridge. These are all dark colors. These are the reds. Here is the connection to 111, or orangutan. Orangutan. If you had to do an alphabet shift, these 2 letters would get the M. Let me see. Yes, M would go here and N would go here, and connect through the cube is where the moon would go, because that's what happens to this 260 day. We have a 5-day shift. 120 hours in 5 days, it's a shift. When you count 1 to 5, it's 15. 1 to 15 is 120. 1 through 7 is 28. The 28-day cycle, it runs that shift. Why? 1 through 15 equals to 120. The 1, 7, 28 are the 7 balls in pool. There are 2 sets of 7 for 14. And then there's the Q and the 8 ball. 7, 1, 7 connect. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. Right? 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8. Right? That's a 15. 1 and 5 is 6. This is the silver gate. And guess what happens when you add them up to get together? 56, right? And 15. It equals to 71 again. It just rotates. Watch. 1 and 7. What happens over here? You multiply it, you add it, becomes 7 and 8. You multiply that, becomes 56. You add it, becomes 15, equals to 71. Every 71 minutes, which is what is 60 and 11. So it says time plus Aquarius is what it's doing over here. In fact, what happens once you hit 60, it becomes either, or, and the 60 itself completing what is the elements of 5, or completing what is 5 times the complete zodiac signs, meeting at the center heart. And then once you meet at that heart, you will go from Leo and you will go to Cancer at this point. But I don't want to look at it this way. I want to talk about Aquarius because it's picked out in French. When you say 71, it's mentioned as 60 and 11. There is no 1. The only time you reach 1 again after first is 21st. Otherwise, we have the greatest expansion in numbers. The second time the expansion in numbers happen is here at 50 and 60. Sorry, 60. Because after 60, you will go all the way to nowhere. Okay, to 81. That's the next time they say it, at 81. Right? But 81 is not like 60. And there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is in French, when you say 81, you will say 81. 420s, 1. English, you will say 81st, 81, 81st. But in French, you don't say the ET with 81. You say it with 61st. 61, 51, 41, 31, 21, but not with not with the 81. So the last time you will say it, okay, is at 60. And the thing about it, and what the importance is the ET in French is what is the AND DNA ampersand in English. That's why. How does it stand out in other numerics for French? I mean, for Spanish, I'm not sure, but this is the one thing that I bring into that. So what you're doing now is just want to repeat that 1 in 7 silver chord, okay, repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. For it is the connection that is continuous, and it's known to be what is the wolf connection. 56 is wolf, 56 is 3. The thing about 3 and 8 is they have something in common. They both have the letter H. Pretty cool, eh? You know that the 8 ends with a T, and you don't have to add on the T when you spell teen, right? Or the H for eighth or fourth. 3 and 8 are both what make up, okay, the master signs. And I'm going to show you that after the break. How's everybody doing? I'm going to read all this. I was going to read some of the comments, but I'm going to read what's on here. I haven't paid really any attention to it. Sorry. I'm going to try and, how do I turn my screen around? And at the same time, or I'll just turn it upside down for now. Just give me a minute. Uy, uy, uy. Opa. I think I made tea or something. I don't know. Whoopee. Okay, just give me 1 second. Oh, I found it. I found it. My tea. So let me see if there's any questions while I will explain this in a minute. I just want to see the questions. How's everybody doing? Okay, yes. So 364, 365, 73. Okay, the first connection to the air sign is 7 and 3. It comes up a lot, right? 1 between 2 equals to 3. The bridge between 3 and 4. The feminine and the masculine, the 12 and the 13, the 12th moon and the 13th moon, the 336th and 337th day. Also noting that is 28 days remain, okay, after the third. And then from the second is 29. And the thing between, whoop, I shouldn't be showing you my feet, right? I'm going to have to take this off. So the thing about that is the second of December, which is 122, right, or 3 times 122, has 29 days that remain, like the 29th of February, like April 1st turning into the 92nd day, like the 273rd day reducing from the 30th of, and then down to the 29th of September. right? All to do with the Mars and the birth within Mars, the house of 11, right? 11 equals to 63, the male phallus. 7 times 7, 7 plus 7, 49, and 14 equals to 63. What is 4 and 9 is 13, 1 and 3 is 4. What is 7 and 7, 14, 1 and 4 is 5. That equals to the female phallus. So what the female love, sorry about that. What happens on this December 3rd, which is the 12th month of the 3rd, ABC beginnings, right? There's 28 days remaining. This one connect through 57, feminine and masculine connecting the zodiac through the moon. Numeric value for moon is 57. But now this tells me 2 moons because it's MOON and not MON, which would equal to 42. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is 6 and 8. It already tells me that that's the way through the 7th gate is the lunar moon in our sky. Why is 12 the feminine? Because of the bat mitzvah, and the male, it's the bar mitzvah. The 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2 equals to 5E, coming from BC. What is the 13? It's the 1 times 3. 3, it's the 1 plus 3. 4, 4 and 3 equals to 7. We come into the DC from the BC, creating the G, connecting FF, or what is 66. That is the feminine. When they do create the connection, either through one of these explanations, which is equivalent to this explanation, as well as understanding this association to the tetrahedron, and what is that explanation of the tetrahedron itself, and the number of sticks it takes, 10 and 7, 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, we can see the way everything runs in, right, to the cube, and how it runs. 6 is the minimum, 8 is a lock. So, hold on. Okay, so here's what it is. Okay, it also goes with the days of the week, the 13 moons, the 12 cycles, the 13, the 14, whatever you want. Wherever you want to go, it doesn't really matter. So before we even get into this, let me look at the comments. Yes, so 3 is what brings everything into its base formation, moves everything over. 4 brings everything back into its same zone. Like 4 by 1 is 4, and that brings you back to the cardinal sign, or 4 by 2 is 8, and it brings you back to a fixed sign. 4 by 3 is 12, brings you back to a mutable sign, right? And the shifting of force. Everything is a little bit different, right? And then you have to follow the opposite sequences that create everything. The 365, I brought out. So what it is with 20, I don't always remember everything, right? But at 21, everything starts over again. So it's 2020, 1 all the way to 20, and then 2 all the way to 21. But it's only 20 area spaces, which is 5 by 4. Also noting what is 20 is like what is 7 to what is T, what is G. When the alphabet gets shrunk, 8 and 9 disappear. You play with inside the house. You are born into the house, into the heaven's gate. No, there's no such thing as been off. Number 8 is very special in itself, right? The only one that ends with a T and you don't have to mention. 18 and 20, yes, RT. Okay, the Aztec RT coming together, the 2 and the 9 coming together, the 2 times 9, the 2 plus 9 create 11 and 18, the K and the R, very important. Aquarius comes with Virgo. In this instance. And the reason for that is the 9 times 2 and 9 plus 2. The king in both French and in English are use up the K and use up the R letter. For the 13 and the 13 from the 12, yes. So was that the last thing that was mentioned? Yes. So what it is you have 3 here, and 3 here, and 3 here, and 3 here, 3, 6, 9, 12, right? And then you have another 3 here, another 3 here, another 3 here, and another 3 here. Why is that? Because you have 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 3, 6, 9, 12. Then you have 2, 4, 6, and 2, 4, 6, and 2, 4, 6. Now, the thing about this is 1, 2, 4, 8 is how you create binary. How do we end up with 6? Because counting by the half area space, 8 comes with either or the face or 2 cubes pending. So what happens here is when you see the rib over here between the two of them, because a number counting by ones, okay, is counting by a half area space or the singular area space, okay, that you see here goes to the left and the right, and this one here would encompass 7 over to 5. 6 connects 7 over to 5 through the virtue of 13 and 11, MK, through the virtue of 13 and 11, through the virtue of 13 and 11, and through the virtue of 13 and 11. The thing is, there is only one 7. There are 2 6s and 2 of the other ones, but only one 7. That is what is G and T. When you add up the first 13, you see the 6 here, 6 areas, connect to the 7th, connect to the 6th, 6, 1, 6. Unless you want to eliminate the 2, 4, 6 in this world and just count your zodiac signs as 3, 6, 9, 12. So we can look at it a couple of ways, irrelevant to the fact it's 6, 1, 6, 13, 6, 1, 6, 13 for the 26 letters in the alphabet, where the dividing letter is right here, where 13 and 14 meet, 27. They must link together. And then 12 must link over here to O. L-O link, M-N link. Like A and B from one side is like A and B on the other side. So A, B, C, we will link and we will create 27, 27, 27. We will create M and N, L and O, and then we will connect K and P. 16 opens up all the gates. Just give me a minute to take a little bit of sip of this. So this, okay, also, that when you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. There are 13 cards in the deck. But in reality, if you look at the replicas and you eliminate the picture cards, you'll see there's really only 3. Plus the 10 card. It's 2, 8, and 9 for 19, and then the house is the 10 card. 2 sides of 5 and 5 equals to 29. This one is not much different than this one over here. See this one over here, right? Just give me a second. See this one over here? Just one of the corners count. Just a corner. This here is a 13 by 13 area space. The one in the center is shared amongst all. Since it's a 13-13 area space, it becomes a 616, just like what you saw before. And if you want 26, you go 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6, and you will take up 2 Monopoly boards. and travel 40, 40, 80. But then to bring in, you need to keep it square. It would stay square like that. Now you'd have four Monopoly boards come together to encompass one space. Either it's one space, either it's four spaces, or one space encompassed by eight spaces equaling to 9. This is just like Monopoly. The corners are 2 by 2, and the properties are 1 by 2 rectangular. There are 9, 9, 9, 9 for 36, and 4 just like Monopoly. The trains are all found just like the heart. The trains are found 5 from go, with go 6, but if you're counting squares, it's 7 away from go, and all the trains are on 7. It's 6 and 1 is 7, and the seventh area splits 6 by 6, 6 by 6, 6 by 6. The ring around the collar is an 8, and you have 9, and then it's a 16 and 8, 24, 4 by 4, 4 plus 4, 16 and 8, 24, perhaps. And then after that is 24 and 32. And then when you get to the rim, it's 40 and 48, just like 88 of the constellations. 72 in duplication of 36. What is the duplication of 36? That when you get 1221, 1331, 1441, 1551, 1661, 1771, 1881, 1991, and so forth, there are 36. But note, there are less than 36 when going up to what is 6 maximum. I forget what my number was, but then when you go up to 6 only, because we only go to 6 for the cube, understanding association, okay, is how things come together. 7 is an association of 1 and 6, or 9 and 7 will also be what is 1 and 6, what is, okay? So that would be 9 and 7 is 16, 1 and 6 equals to 7. So if you divide 6 and 1 by 7 and add them together, you will equal to 999,999. So now you saw that 36 is a reflection of itself, although the number value is different. In the Monopoly board, go is 1. It's also 41, so that is king. You know what's funny? Go, okay, is Go, 7 and 15. In Monopoly, 7 and 15 come together. 15 is 717. That is the O. When you pass through the heart of 5 3 times, you create the O. In fact, J, E, T, Y are all in the 5th denominated house, for the virtue that 15th letter is a divisible of 5. How to get to which house? What can we do with our numbers? To make it, anyways, I just keep jumping around because I'm not with my book in my hand, no excuses. Electric company and water works pays 10 to 1. Pays 10 times 2 dice, or 4 times 1 dice. It just so happens 10 reverts, okay, on a cube to 4. 4 is also the heart of an area space, which is the Wednesday. 3 before, 3 after, the 4th day is the Wednesday. This area is 12 and 13. What is electric company? And then water works over here is what is 28, 29, the 28th day of the cycle, the 29th day for the birth, the 13th for the man and the woman. Over here, it culminates together. 31, go to jail, go directly to jail. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3. That is the breath. That is the air sign. 1 between 2 equals to 3. 3171, 111, 222, 333. This is 71, equatable to this. You think you're free or you're not. it also becomes 111, and 111 is the heart of 36. When adding up, okay, 1 to 36, it equals to 666. The heart is what is 37, and I think if I remember correctly, that 37 by 24 is 666. Is that correct? 37 by 24. So no, it's not right. 20. It took that long for me to forget. Anyways, um, yeah. So 111 is the heart of the wheel. 37, right? Okay, it was 18. Okay. Um, what else is there? Okay, we're going to skip off. I was talking about number 17. Number 17 is almost as like what is 10 minus 7 is 3, is just like what is A and B. Let me hold on a second. Um, 10 minus 7 is 3. And what is 20 and 19 is like 1 and 2. So if 1 and 2 and then is 3, then we have a corridor into 4. Therefore, the fourth number from 20, okay, is going to be 16. Is that the corridor, or should I start from 21, 20, 19, 18? The thing is when I say 17, am I saying 10 minus 7 equals the 3? C. Now, do I repeat it again with 16, but instead of saying 10, 6 equaling to 4, I'm going to go 9, 7 equals to 16. I am going to go 8, 8 equals to 16. I now only have 2. What if I go to 15? Am I going to say 10, 5? Yod, hey? 10, 5? 105, the heart of the cube? Or am I going to go 9, 6? Difference of 3. Now I got creation, 1 between 2. Or 8, 7 only gives me 1. But what if I go to 14? Will I go 7, 7 for 14? Will I go 1 and 13? Will I go 2, 3? Just 1 second. I want to see the number again. There's a number that I lost in my head. Right. Is it 10 and 4, 14 for communication? Or is it 9 and 4? Hold on. No. Is it 10 and 4 or 9 and 5? Yes, I and E play a role together. So it's IE, and the IE is a separation of 4 instead of what is Yod Hey, 15, or what is Yod Dalet, could be 14, or using the simplicity of Aleph Dalet. Okay, I come in what is Tet. So I take Tet and I take Hey, Tut Hey, Tet Hey. 9 and 5, 14. I and E come together. Now I have the separation A, B, C, D. Now I can create. I need to get 3 and 4 to run a corridor the same way they do it on the cube, the same way ABC 1, 2, 3, what is 15 minutes by 4, or what is 20 minutes by 3 for the soul runs by 3 on 4 sides. The tetrahedron for the soul, as Rabbi Fine says, L12, 120 by 3 equals to 360. Into the 3 chambers for the soul, 6 and 6 for the hexahedron, into the 3 and 3 chambers for the soul. I'll know a lot more by your questions. I can't learn without anybody else, only together and someone on the panel, and then send this out to everybody that we should all play this game at home for the minimal, if at all anything, that we can just create the program and come together and learn the game. It's just a game. But if we learn and see something in this world, what it's really like, and I will tell you, ABC 1, 2, 3, the colors, Rubik's Cube, that the sunrise and the sunset, every single planet and moon, that's what we will know. Every single word in the alphabet that is in any dictionary, any period of time, we will know its story. ABC, the game, Gematria, and what it says about itself. I'm going to go on a couple of minute break right now. How's everybody doing? Is there a creator? Can you stand away and say no? I cannot. Individuality resting on the seventh day. How about Q17? Blackjack. I stand on 17. Creation. Base. 10 and 7. Capricorn Libra. But what is 10? ABCD? AI? BH? CG? I? The air sign comes in at CGI. Capricorn Sagittarius. 1 and 8. 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5. This is an amazing house we live in. This is amazing to come here. I think that we should learn the truth about this game of our words that we play inside this social media app and create the app that we can all see what all these words are about in this game. We even use all these words in real life. 4 tires on a car, 0 through 1 through 2 through 3 through 4 through 5 through 6 through 7 through 8 through 9. 2 digits, 2 area spaces. 9 occupying the area space? Or how about 40 like in the Monopoly? Or how about 1 through 9 equals to 45? 45, 6 sides equals to 270 for the whole cube. The year 2030, when the door begins to shut, the door is shut. When the door begins to shut, it begins to shut. If you were looking at the week in a mirror between the door open and shut, how long would it take and at what position is the door right now? Well, let me just tell you, in 7 days, you must begin to shut the door on Wednesday, that by Saturday, it's completely shut. Or how much time does it take to open that door? Is it just a Sabbath day of one day? I don't think so. The door begins to shut on Wednesday. And by the time it's finished shutting, it'll be Friday. When you take the cube, when you take this cube and you put it on 1 and you add 2.5 to 1, it's 3.5. You minus 2.5 to 6, it's 3.5. At that point, you're in the corridor. 2.5 days from Wednesday, the half day, Thursday, and Friday. 72 hours. The door has to be closed. So that means it's already starting, it's closing on the Wednesday. It's less than 72 hours because you need that 24 to 25 hours of the door being closed. So it's like 7 days, like the last week. The closing of the door between the ending of the 10th moon on the 288th day will be on the portal, will be halfway between both places on the 277th day. That is the 10th month period of birth. Door closes on October 7th. 7 and 10 come together. 7 and 1, Silver Gate. The 15th, like they say, is the real calendar, October 15th. That would be day 288 or 472s, unlike day 277 with 88 days remaining. Day 288 is 11 days later at the end of the scheduled calendar. 288, October 15th. How's everybody doing? I need a little break my throat. Yeah, the TY association or thank you is the 20th and 25th. What is 4 by 5? What is 5 by 5? The feminine comes together through the what I like to call is the flux capacitor, right? It's three areas and with the Y, and then what you don't see with the Y is what's coming out of that three meeting place would be the other one, giving its dimension to the tetrahedron, right? The T, I forget where we had the T, but T is filtration. Yeah, I need a 2 3 minute break here for my own filtration. If there's any questions, someone wants to come up, let me know. Um, Very good. Me too. I'm just awakening. You know, I just learned this year. It happened 4 times this year, in where I had a great sensation. One of them was from laughter. And usually I like to understand that um, at 80, it's the house of 420. There are four different 20s on this cube: 1, 3, 7, and 9, connecting all your zodiac signs, and 2, 4, 6, and 8, another 20. There are two reverse sides to each cube, times 3. Um, I forget where I was going with this. So the 420s is how about the house is associated. The other one is when you go to fourth position and you count the 20th is before you start over at first again, 420 again. 4 hours and 20 minutes from the Tzolk'in calendar is 260 minutes, or 26 for the alphabet. So if you're talking about 420 THC, here comes the teacher crossing alpha beta, one between two, and all meeting at the juncture. That's your 420. When they were talking about Mars, just put Mars at the end of Do You Wanna? Mars, Do You Wanna? Mary Magdalene was tying your mind together. I don't know how many people were here 2,000 years ago. I don't know how many people were here 500 years ago. I don't know how many people today was here 200 years ago. So you see what I'm saying? The victor wrote the books. Everything else became ash. We learned from the algorithmic history that was passed on, and it's perfect. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. All the master numbers. If you want to know about the master numbers, I'll tell you that in a minute. Let me get rid of this for a second. We can go just about anywhere, you know. Don't forget 5775, or the Aztec, or the Giza Pyramid. Or how about hook up Mars Electric? We're taking a 5 minute break on this one here. I got to plug in this camera. Save the pig. 977. If you have any question, not guilty, on why you used 536 or any number at all, we can do it. It's very, very, very simple. And it gets even easier if we can bring in more alchemists, right, to understand the system that they're already working with, right? I'm only one piece, right? But there's hundreds of people working. This is an alchemic system. So the entire zodiac is an alchemistry of something, right? And there's the cosmic circle out there or something. He said the right words, although I can never follow the page. I think the words chosen that the zodiac has to put through the alchemy of itself to be understood that way. That's how it comes off to be what it is. Again, some of the items, and there's a lot to learn. Alchemy. So the association of AL in the first two positions, right? And the question is, should I be reading right to left or left to right? The 29th area space on a piano from right to left, okay, is center C. From left to right is 24. 24 and 29 is 53. What is 53? You're looking at it. The pig is 977, 169, and G7. And how can I say this? Wow. Yes. Okay. So the feminine and the masculine, the spirit and the soul, and the pig. How can I say this? Wow. I don't want to say Abraham and Ham being the soul and Ham being the AM. And yes. So I was talking about the alchemy first, right? Like I was bringing up two subjects. So the 1-2, right, is the AL coming together. This is AL 112. So now you have 56, 56, which is 28 by 2. This is where the Mars moons comes in. When you add 1 through 12, it equals to 78. When you write the word 12, it equals to 87, which is 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, bringing on the silver gate. The 56 is because it's for the wolf. It comes in with the flow. It's 228 because Mars works by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, who do we appreciate? That's your 11, and that's your 11. 5 times 1, 5 plus 1. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. Holding on to the vibration of 4, 3, 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. When you play blackjack, that's how they pay you out as well. So when you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it equals to 55. You add on 11, equals to 66. Look at that, 121, right? When you add to 12, it equals to 78. Forget about these two. You add up to 10, it equals to 55. You add to 11, it equals to 66. You add to 12, it equals to 78. Those are the gates. This is going to be uploaded to my YouTube channel with all the other ones. There's 10,000 other videos, so you'll have no problem. Right? So why don't you come on up if you got other questions? So what this is over here, this would be just like doing the 8 ball. Instead of marking the 8, you can just put a 1 and go 7, 1, 7. Now we'd have the game of pool. Maybe we can get out and do a big TED Talk. So when you do this, let me just quit this, right? The connecting spirit through the breath and transition, connecting soul. For me, it comes from this animal because pig is 977. Ham is 8113. I just said the feminine is 1 through 12. Well, the masculine is 113. 1 through 13 is the spirit. And then the pig in reverse is 133 or 313. Where does this come from? When you have 977 to bring it to the division, right, on the cross, you must add everything to 10. So when you add 9 and 1 and 7 and 3, you have 2 sevens for P is 16. G is 7. I is 9. P16, reverse alphabet 11. Or what is P16? 1 and 6 is 7. Creates another 3. 313, cycling the moon. AM, Ham, Abraham, waking up in the AM is at midnight. Why? The missing nose. The dividing gate of 1. It even shows you D500 in each nose to the right and left hemisphere. You split a wholeness of 1, you get a half. Then what the nose represents, 1.5, and it's a flat nose plug-in, right? It's a plug-in. It's like a walkway between 2 tunnels. pig is also depicted. Is it the 12th zodiac sign or the 11th zodiac sign? Right? So we can see another area that we can talk about. I don't know if this still stood together. Right? This is 8, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can create hexagons inside of this, but I'm not going to get into that plug-in right now. Okay, when it comes to the zodiac, there are 12 areas here. Okay, what I did is I eliminated, okay, 11, 10 is going to equal to what is 1.02. Valentine's is 1.02. 251's Mars holding vibration, and that's in Capricorn. Capricorn's the holder of 10. Angel 39. It's now attains itself in 1/3 and 2/3. You start at 8. Scorpio is at the top. We skip over 7 because it's an in-between of 6 and 8. Just like between 8 and 12 is an in-between rotation of 9, 10, and 11. Then we go into 6, and then into 4, and then into 3, 2, and 1, and they're all divisibles of 12. So they're whole entities within their own. And there are 16 markings that create these joints, as you can see. But this one here that you see up here, please do not use it for reference. There's mistakes in it, and I can't even really read it. It's the only one I could have found quick, right? That resembles what it's supposed to be. And if you notice the arrows, okay, the boxes get divided, but each one of the other boxes have left. Like the bottom box, okay, has no breakage, right? It's all of the one here. The next box has one line in it, 6 and 6. The next box will have 2 lines, and we have to work everything out of the 12 into each one of these boxes to feed. And then while you do that, we also have to take into account what the astrologers have created. They created movements of 3, where the cardinal, fixed, and mutables all stay in the same house. So if you go by 12s, 1, 13, 25, 37 are all Aries. 2, 12, 2, 14, 26, 38 is all Taurus. 3, 15, 27, 39, 51, bingo, Gemini, inside of Mars. 3, 15, okay. Okay, 27, okay. 39, okay, 51. Yeah, that's right, Gemini inside of Mars. Now we can be going backwards also. So 4, 16, 28, 28. So now we have the cycles running at 28 through the 4th sign of Cancer. So Cancer is 4, 16, 28, 40, 52. So now we have Earth, Mars and Earth 3 and 4 come together. 51, 52. 63, the male phallus comes about. 75, electric company. 87, hook it up. 99, wow, through Jupiter. 5, 17, 29, the birth comes through 5, Leo. 29, 41, you go around the monopoly once, you're at go. Did you know go is 22 equals ape? Monkey is 83, 11. Orangutan is the center heart. 74 is gorilla in the 5th position of Leo, playing an 11th number like Jesus. All the monkeys. The 6th position, the last one on the cube. 618 Chai. 30, 42, the gateway, the 7th gate within 1. 54, the sun and 7th gate. And that's where 6 comes in. Wow, that's pretty exciting. 7 goes 19, 31, go to jail. 43, the bridge between Earth and Mars. 55, sky pass. Spirit of 76, running the zodiac, definite jail. So let me do it again. We're going to go 60 plus the 7 is 67. I did that on purpose because 60 are all the zodiacs times 5, right? And then we're going to go add on the 7. So we're going to have 67, and then 12 is 79. I don't want that one. I want 88. So I'm going to back up 74. I'm going to back up 84 because that'll be 7 12s and 4. So 88 fits in Cancer. The zodiac fits into Cancer, which is 22 by 4. Now what I want to do is, if we do this, what about we can do it from the inside out from Virgo and Libra? We can also start everything at Pisces and go backwards. And instead of Pisces 12, let's call it Pisces 1. Let's see what it says the other way. So anyways, with that said, yes, let's move on, right? So yeah, 5381, what was that? Electric Company over to Venus, 38. So one time, so I'm not sure if I mentioned this. So the 11 22 33, right, is 1 8 1 8. What, my thing is rocking. Okay, 1 8 6 3 2 7 5 2 3 6 4 1. So when you do this, these are all 7s and these are all 11s. 7 7 7 1 6 2 5 3 4. This is where they come in, and they're right here. So when you hold this way, it's 7 11 on the pole. But here you have 2 poles, so it becomes 14 and 22. 22 the master number. Okay, so 135 is the split in the sun. It's 4 numbers, so it's completion. 6 and 8 is part of a gateway. It's Electric Company. 3 and 5 and 7 and 5 come together. It's also going to tell you, hold on, 815 ho ho ho. I don't really know. I have to really work on it. 3090. Yeah, very strong. A lot of 9s that are going to be in relationship. 5 by 36. The 6 is like the 1. So instead of the 153 fish jumping out of the lake, right? Now we're using 653. So we went to the other side. So now he might be feeding everybody with these fish at 653. I'd have to think about that. 53 is electric. It's working with Electric Company. So Electric Company itself, Electric Company is 5 and 3, right? So 5 and 3. So A, B, C. So you go like this. BA is 3. BC is 5. Times 2 is 6 and 10. Or how about 60 seconds of 100% of time? So what you get here now is that electric is 75 and company is 87 equals to 162. Or how about 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock? What is 1/3 of 18? What is 2/3 of 18? Or how about what is 6 by 6 by 6 is 21 6. And that's also 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So you want to know where I learned this, it's 22 years of starting with nothing. I didn't start to calculate this. I went to get my phone for a reason. I don't remember why. I went to get my phone for a reason. Oh, yes. One of them is here's the 4x2 88 doors. When you connect these doors, what you do is you connect here, right? And you connect these 9. You connect those 9. So you have 2 and 5 left over. That's Earth. And then what you do, hold on, is you go ahead and you connect the other 9. That's 18. The whole thing is there's only 16. You connect what is a 1771 area, the silver gates, into these doors, 2x4, 2 plus 4, 8 and 6, dividing the gates. Here's by the Vatican, the Jubilee, if you see on the bottom. You can see one of the games are showing you an exact reality, what is going on with the numbers. If you can see the small 10 and the high 11, 11 through 17, not 18 because of the NE triple, and 180 to 1, which runs the radius to the lower and the higher. Why the 4 goes higher? Because it's 12, and the 3 is 9. It's 9 and 12. Happy birthday. Here's how it works. They described it. They gave it to you. Everything is there. We all have the answers. What is the question? Even on the candy bar. We've had the 3x3 cube. Have you ever seen the 2x2 cube? Right? Look at that. 6 sides, same thing. 2, 2, 2. And then we didn't go over this. We will one day. These are the running cycles and movements. Here is the grid line of 5. So you're running in. We'll have another one come from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice I have 1 here because this one ends at 6. This one ends at 7. I have another 1 here. What starts 1 here starts 2 here. It starts here. 7 days a week, 6 days a week does this movement. And then we continue on. So what's the other one? 6, 7, 8. This one is it ends at 8. This one ends at 9. So one ends at 6. One ends at 7. One ends at 8. One ends at 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 timelines going on at the same time. And then when you count them all down, right, the timeline ends over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 5, 30. And then at the 31st, 32nd, 33rd, 34th, 35th, 36th, 37th, 38th, 39th, 40, and it's done. You're done. The 6th day would end up, I think that's what it was done. Did I get that right? I'm just trying to see if I matched up here properly. I'm not 100% sure if I'm done here, but at least I got to here. It's been a while since I've done this one. Here's the one with force. Here's the one where the elements move in sequence. Here it ends here. Here's the 4th line, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. But instead of that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, fire, 5, fire, 9, fire. And then it goes here, fire, 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 and the fire goes to here. And then 2 is here, and then all the 2, earth meets here. Fire, earth, air, water. This is the way the numbers, when they move by 4, When they don't move by 4, it'll just move up on this angle, straight up, as you see in the movements of 4 this way, over this way, over this way, over this way in a straight row. What will that look like down here? I have it designed partly on the floor. I can go there and take a look. How is everybody doing? Straight facts, straight truth, reality. 71 is 71 minutes, is go directly to jail. 111 is the heart of the cube. 151 is split between 2 moon vibrations. 191 is running 2 through 8, the 28-day cycle. Just trying to see where I am at 191, where it shows up besides 1991. 1991, okay. Okay, I'm just trying to see where it is. Getting a little tired, might be taking a little break soon, don't know. I am looking for something. 162 plus 54, 216. The moon and the sun coming together. 81, Venus. 54 by 13, 702. What was that 702? Regardless, the 13 moons times the sun. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yes, you have to bring 207 together. You bring the gateway into Venus. 10,009. I don't remember some of these. I just saved a lot of mathematics too. Okay, just give me a second. This always consumed me. Here's a picture I painted. I think I put the reverse on it. I think the colors are opposite. I took a reverse color of that. I'm looking for one specific. Oh, yes. Here's the Vatican gates, the way they would have been connected, right? But that picture is too big to so I can explain it. So when we have the flower of life, right? You can see what's going on. The hourglass here, 3 that comes together, right? There is no place. When you bring 4 together, when you bring 2 together, it separates the other 2. This here, this here is equatable So what it is, could you understand? These 2 are next to each other. These 2 are separate, right? So when you hold this, you'll see that these 2 are separate. These 2 are next to each other. There's only 6. The time when there's more is when these 2 have the block in between that's here. This and this are both hex. Hexagon, hexagon, 4 hexagons, 4 hexagons. It's just that I turned 2 up and 2 down. All of these are up. Yeah, if somebody wants to, I like to always come out here and say, I don't know if the place is for sale, but if it was, go find out. I don't know. I don't know if you want to buy the place. It'd be beautiful. Not my apartment. I don't own the building. I just rent this apartment. It'd be nice if I had some support. It would be really, really nice. I do have support. I can't say that by sharing. That's a lot of support. But I'm way behind in this, right? And the greatest support is sharing and creating the program so we can all own the program. After that, I can just breathe. Just trying to look for one of the numbers before I call a little break on everybody, because I definitely need to Star of David. Star of David. Star of David, Star of David. Here, here, Star of David, Star of David. It's all the stars of David. Can you see the 52 inside of this? I don't know. I'm going very quick. I'm looking for one specific. Okay, here's a picture of the floor from up above. We'll get into that another day if somebody wants to see it. Oh, this is something that's extremely important. One of the only two algorithms that I know that equate to 999, 999, sevens and 13s. The Aztec, I think it is, Sumerian. Say I made a mistake. This was my first finding. It's the male phallus backwards. Give me the light through the phallus. Sperm number 71. Just like Pisces and Virgo. I got it. I got it. Okay, this is going to be the last one before the long break. The long break will probably be 20 minutes, right? Or we'll just shut down, but I'm going to leave it on. And this is what it is. Now, what you do is when you see the dot, it's because it's a separate equation. It's 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 8 and 9, 17. 1 and 7 equals to 8. I'm going on a little break. Mm. It's going to be way easier to do it this way. Taking a 5-minute break. If somebody wants to come up after, let me know. How's everybody doing? When you free your mind, when you understand how everything works, and if it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. But this is a number science and it talks for itself. So there's no really much denying other than understanding. And if water is memory, right, then when you free it, you put a positive into it. It's a positive charge. You no longer have to think, is it possible? Now you know it is the word of creation. Just to let you know that crucifix is 3, 6, and 9. Yes, sorry about that. So you want me to explain this to you? How's everybody doing? I'm going to explain this. How's everybody doing? Every single one, when multiplying and adding with 8, equals to 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. And if you look, right, 7 and 2 is 9. 6 and 4 is 1. 6 and 5, 11. 1 and 1 is 2. 8 and 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, 4, 5. 4 and 2 is 6, 7, 8. That's the way 8 works. When you add it, 17, 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. So if you multiply it, it reduces and adds up by ones. 9, 1, 2, 3. When you add it this way, 9 and 8 is 17. 72 and 17, 89. 8 and 9 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. So the 8 and 9 comes into the 17, that comes into the 17. The 1 and the 2, like I've mentioned before, 1 comes between 2, equaling to 3. The 8 and 6, the 8 and 16 equals to 24. 24 and 11 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8. The reverse of this on a cube, 35, is going to fit into the equation of 24. The 44 will fit into the equation of 33. The 62 will fit into the equation of 51. And the 71 is off the board. It's the high and the low meeting at the heart. 78, where the soul rests. The 9 is the encompassment of 8 and 1, 9, 7 and 2, 9, 6 and 3, 9, 4 and 5, 9, or what is 2, 3, 4 equals to 9, or 1, 2, 6 equals to 9, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, 1 between 2 equals to 3, or 1 and 4 equals to 5, and 4, 4, 1, 4 equals to 9, or 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 5, and 4 equals to 9. So you can see 80 is outside the house, but when you go here, you can see 7 and 1 silver gates. Here's another 1 and 7 silver gate, 10 and 16, and 16 and 64. So this was in the constellations. Remove these. This is the extremity of bringing together 6 with 1. The 7 is together, bringing 5 and 2 together. And the 7 is relevant, bringing 4 and 3 together. If we would associate with the cardinal signs, we would look at number 1, number 4, and number 7. If we would associate with the fixed signs, 2, 5, and 8. If we associate with the mutable signs, 3, 6, and 9. And what it is in binary, 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 7, without counting 3, 6, and 9. So these are the things you can do with this reality. And if you look at the end, everything becomes 8. And the reverse of that, of what is 8, is 6. How's everybody doing tonight? I can't believe it's 7:30. Wow. What happened to the day? I mean, it's 7:30 where I am. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah, but it's not only that. Also, anything to do with a fixed sign. All fixed signs return to 8. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 is 4 and 4, 8. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 plus 2 is 7 and 10, 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 and 25 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 5 times 8 is 40, but it's over here, 5 and 8. 2 and 8, it's over here. 8 times 8, it's over here. So everything to do with this returns to 8. And then doubling up in the first row returns to the second row. 8 times 1, 8. How many 4s does it take to get 8? 2. How many 7s does it take to get 8? 5. 5 times 7 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8. But this is star math. And if you're talking about multiplication or addition, they're a little bit different. You see, before it makes it onto this screen, I write everything out, every single combination, so I can better understand what's going on. What you're looking at on this page has nothing to do with the base cube. It would be the voided area space. Why? You don't see one, you don't see it, it goes over 7, 7, 8, 9. This one over here is running the cycles of 28 years. This year in February, right, will repeat what happened 28 years ago, right? The numbers repeat every so often, they come over. So February will be 28 days, starting on a Sunday, ending on a Saturday. We already mentioned this one over here. The 7 over here in singularity, connecting 6 with 6. One area connecting 6 and 6 for 13. Same over here. The total is 26, like in the alphabet. Some things are skeletons. This, at the heart, is 4, 12, and 20. This one, like this one, is here. It's in the corner of the board. This one joins 4 boards. This one is the center of what is the corner of the joining of 4 boards. Or more or less looking like this. The one area space here and the connecting boards. If you look, it's 9, 9, 9, 9, 36 and 4 corners, 40. It's Monopoly. How is this Monopoly? How's everybody doing? Okay, so I don't know about, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. It's the cat. It's 9 and 5 energy. The energy comes within the birth by the breath. 42 represents that. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 6 and 8, each side of the 7th gate. That can be noted to be what the 7th gate is. I don't know which angle we're going at. Perhaps everything should be looking this way according to numbers. 47 is equated to 23.5 angle. 12 is half of 24. 6 and 3 is what is 12 and 24. 1.5 is what is 3. The 7 and 5 or 57, 75 is the I. It's connecting the feminine and the masculine. You can also look at 5G. What is 17? It can also be what is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the invert of what is 1 and 5. And you see your 1 and 5 there, right? Yeah, so the beginning is 428, 426, 426 is 12. Your 12 could be, it depends which way. 66 is also, each one of these is 6 and 6. It's a 4 and 2 connection, but I don't like to look at it that way. I don't really look at that like this. 1.5, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere is 1.5. That's what the 3 is because it's split in the second house. It's shared and it's split by the singular house. It's this one that splits this one and this one up here. This is your 13. This is a 61613 over here. This is a 61613. The 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 7 and 6, right? The 7, Earth is 52, Mars is 51. Is that what it is, 7 and 6? V1 and V11, 7 and 6. Earth, a 5-letter word. If you put the B in front, it becomes the birth. If you spell birth, B-I-R-T-H, it becomes 57 moon. E-A-R-T-H, B equals to 54 sun. The total of the two of them equals to 111, which is the heart of the cube. What I was told, this is a key, but I don't interpret numbers, so it's for you forbidden. So it's for me, it's forbidden? It's forbidden for me? Or you were told it was forbidden? I'm not quite sure I understand the end. Yeah, so you know what? One of the things I've learned over the last 20 odd years in doing this is I take everything very lightly. I don't want to make anything more than what it is. I try not to complicate things. When I complicate things, I'm at the grocer's trying to figure out what all these words are on the food I'm buying. And then I walk out maybe with a straw. You know what I'm saying? Jewish, something that you wish, in French, croix, to believe, or the cross and Jewish are sort of entangled together because je wish means I believe, and je crois also means in a way I believe. And because I'm not French, I've always seen it that way. I also like to think of the wishbone. So let me think of the Jewish. Um, J10E5W23. So the first 3 letters fit into the 5th position. The I is part of the 5th position. The SH assembly. The H assembly. I'm just trying to think the Jewish, the Hebrew. Israel is number 64. Elon Musk is 4664. Abraham is 44. Well, in that sequence, it's 4224, 1, 2, 6, 12, 24, 63. It's everything is going to be located. First of all, you're talking about 2 gates, okay? You're talking about 42. 42 will be made up to be 55, so it's sky pass. 12 is going to be into the 2 houses through the zodiac, and 12 itself is communication in your sky pass. Your communication of 36 is where the phallus comes in, right? And then it becomes 63. That is 7 by 7, 7 plus 7. So your 2 gates are illuminated into 11. The word 11 equals to 63. The 1.5 joining area, Mars comes in at that. Earth, yes. You know what's crazy is that the difference between 2 and 3.5 and 5 and 3.5 is 1.5. That 1551 holds 234 vibration. I'm just trying to see if that means something. So anyways, in base, you're looking at 8369 366, 366 days of the heavens creation. That's basically what I'm going to read back. And I get that through 17. It's a power source. 75 is also electric. I like to look at it as the connection to electric company. 1.5 times the difference between the left 12 and the right 18. So, but it doesn't mean other than that, because he said, she said, and there can be a million things connected to it. Everything's an algorithm. I pinpoint nothing. Nothing's about me. It cannot be. It cannot be. How can I teach somebody about why me? What me? 1 and 1 is 2. That's not me. The deck of cards, that's not me. I don't want how I got there. All right. I'll show you in the numbers, but I'm not going to tell you my father sent me there. You know, it's not about me. I don't care. I come here to learn from others that ask the question. I can learn from others who ask the question, and then I'll know. What you talk about, I'll know. That's why I go to other shows. If you say Aztec, I'll look it up. If you say Sumerian, I'll look it up. And then the thing about what I like, I want to learn about Chiron. I need to know more about the zodiac. And what I like is, I think it's Charon or Archon. And the reason I like Archon is, first of all, it sounds like pig in French, cochon. And the other reason is the rainbow in the sky is called Arc-en-Ciel. So I believe that the vibrations, they really hold strong for its reality, for the words we speak. And then I believe there are other words that are just very, very close and are very farly associated. On ice is in hockey, right? You know, it's 191. That's ironic because the numbers add up to 191. And a single digit is, what I did is 63 and 12 is 75 and 66, right? That's how I did it. 1 through 18 is 191. 2 through 8, cycling. Yeah, okay, so 73 by 5 is 365. That is 20 by 5 is 100 times 3, and then 13 times 5 for 65 for the 365 Egyptian calendar. I'm doing it by 20s, 2020 vision. One of the reasons the T gate is the 20th letter. You need 4 by 5 to get there. It brings on what is the 2 houses of the feminine. Why? 5-4 is the feminine organ. 5-4 is love. 5-4 is the sun. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 creates 20 and 9. It is the IT system. Why? The 20th letter is T. The 9th letter is I. That's why I call it the IT system in the sun suits that we are in the sun. Be so happy I am to be here in this sun suit. But just as happy to know wherever I am, I know I am something more than who I am at the present time, which is a little weird and scary, but I'm holding on tight to my dreams. 369 ABC. ABC times 3 is 369. 1, 2, 3 times 3 is 369. 4, 5, 6 by 3 is 369. 7, 8, 9 by 3 is 369. One, 2, 3 times 3 is 369. 4, 5, 6 by 3, okay, is 3 by 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 by 5 is 15. 1 and 2 is 1 and 5 is 6. 3 by 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 7, 8, 9. 3 by 7 is 21, 3. 3 by 8 is 24, 6. And 3 by 9 is 27, 9. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34. These are all going to be cardinal signs. This row is Aries. This row is the water sign, and it is Cancer. This row is Libra over here, and this row over here is Capricorn. Capricorn 1, Capricorn 4, Capricorn 7. 1, 4, 7. Libra 7, Libra 1, Libra 4. Cancer 4, Cancer 7, Cancer 1. Aries 1, Aries 4, Aries 7. Now we start over again. We go all the way. We went to 34. So we'll bring 37, and that will be 10. And we're into Aries. And then we have 40, right? And then we're back into Cancer. And then we have 43, and we're back into Libra. And we have 46, Elon Musk taking over Capricorn. All 1, 4, and 7, all cardinal signs. Thank you, not guilty. Or Charlotte, oh, whatever. I'm just thinking of what it is. Yes. So brother, sister, mother, father. T-H-E-R. T-H-E-R. In the brother or the father or the mother. 28, 7, 35. 28 and 7 is 35. Famo. Mofa. Mofa equals bromo. Why? The B is 2. The R is 18. The O is 15. 18 and 15 and 2 is 35. FA is 7. 13 and 15, 28. That's where you get the brother, the father, and the mother. THER is 51. $7:34 ADM is 4:54. IT system, double spark, feminine, duality, feminine, and a spark. IT. Is that good? I don't know. It's telling me about a fish. Well, the thing with duality, you want to see something? 1, 7, 3, 8. Our singularity. Whoop, that's wrong. 1, 2, 7, 8 versus 3, 4, 5, and 6. LOVE. Okay, why? 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5, 6 and 3, 5 and 4. This here does not show up on the cube. This here only shows up on the cube in singularity. This shows up in duality. The phallus and the vajiji. Not 9 by 74, or what is 9 by 65? 9-6 or 9-5 will equal 4-5-5-4. 9-7 or 9-4 will equal to 6-3 or 3-6. Communication inside the house. The 1358 is 135, or the 13 and the 5 ball, right, is the part of the ocean and the sun. The reason for that is 135 says SUN. The 13 for the concentrated 616 of the cycles of the moon. The 135 says ace. The 13 ball in pool is orange. The 5 ball is orange. They're both associated to the 1 and the 9 ball, the 3 and the 11 ball. By the association of orange is red and yellow mixture. For that reality, we associate. Dolphins, yes. The fin is for 5. The dolphin will represent 5. But because I have to see whether or not we can do it that way. The fin is also noted something that splits the water. So is it splitting the water to one side of the house or the other side of the house? I don't really like to talk like that. I usually like to show off the numbers rather than just talking that to parable. Yeah, and If there's any questions, please show me now. I'm going to be taking like a break for an hour. So I'm going to come back, and I really appreciate questions, or ask me to come up on your channel. Send me a PM. We can go back to any point of time in the history, as long as there's a book out there, or someone like Einstein, 1776, 888, 666. Why 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 7 days, Monday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? It doesn't matter what it is, because it's a word and it's a numeric value. And in games, hockey, baseball, football, soccer, darts, it doesn't matter. I can design it because I have. I'm not going to say it to you if I haven't. Somewhere I'll find it. What I'd really like to do, if we can get some really good, those who are really good with the computers, is I have 12,000 videos online. If somebody can go and get all those videos onto ChatGPT and ask them to talk about everything and rehash all my art out, let's see what it says. I want to get a program, maybe into Roadblocks, whatever it is. Let's just get this out so we can really see what the word says. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I will be back in an hour. Okay, that's good. Very, very good. Madame Curie also. I just want to show you something that in 2015, I did this. I sold it online and bought it out of China. There's your 88. That's your spade. So I'm going to come back in an hour. Anybody has questions? Anybody like to help out the channel? Books, I need books. Anybody wants to purchase the building? Well, that's not up to me. You're going to have to look out yourself. Somebody in the comments said that before. But it would help me out a lot, because I can breathe that maybe one day they're not going to put me on the street somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I can spread my wings, and only together can we do this. It'll never cost anything. I'm not Terrence Howard. I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the peace and the taxi man, so that I should be the one in the taxi and not just paying the tax. Thank you for watching. I'll be back.